Moments ago, Kanye responds to both Jay-Z and Beyonce threatening to sue him after he mentions their children in a Twitter rant earlier this week. That's right, y'all. Now, as we all know, Kanye has made several rants on Twitter earlier this week. For the most part, everyone has done their best to try to ignore them. All right. However, one post in particular where he speaks on Jay and Beyonce's children has a lot of people upset. Okay. According to page 6, Jay-Z and Beyonce are contemplating taking legal action against Kanye after seeing this post where he speaks on their children. Okay, a lot of people are beyond upset with Kanye and even, have asked that Kanye come out and make a public apology to Jay-Z and Beyonce. Okay, we all know Kanye. He goes through these episodes where he goes on these rants. However, this one, a lot of people saying he's crossed the line. Okay, well, moments ago, Kanye has responded saying, "There will never be an apology to the Carter family until they help me with my children. Be getting one nigga out of jail at a time to look prestigious. The Carters and the Kardashians are basically the same, except the Kardashians are ex-trafficking." All right, now, of course, Beyonce's father, Mathew Knowles, also had a response for Kanye, speaking on his grandchildren in that Twitter rant earlier this week. Okay, apparently he spoke with TMZ. And according to the article, Beyonce's father says, "People pay a price for being stupid, especially in the music industry. Okay, I'm hopeful Kanye gets the type of help he needs in terms of mental health." Okay, now again, this is Beyonce's father releasing a statement through TMZ, acknowledging that Kanye needs help. However, Kanye refuses to apologize until Jay-Z and Beyonce can help him with his children. Okay, now will J and B reach out? I'm not sure. Hopefully after seeing some of these posts made, it's possible. It's just, one can only do but so much. You know what I mean? The disrespect will close doors that apologies can't reopen, right? That's something we all can agree on. And with Kanye, there's only one other person that I can think went this far. Of course, not to the extreme like Kanye, but I would say maybe Gucci. Before he went to jail, he went on a crazy rant, name dropping so many artists. And, some would argue that these artists still to this day don't rock with Gucci, even though he changed his whole life around. You know what I mean? But again, that's Gucci. This is Kanye. You get what I'm saying? Completely different artist, different story. I'm just trying to figure out, an equal comparison to someone who's, went on these episodes, on these rants where he's just lashing out at everybody. Okay, like I said, you have your issues with Beyonce, Jay-Z, cool, but why must you speak on the children, right? Why must you imply they have an illness or a condition? That's personal, that's sensitive. You know what I mean? You want people to be, sympathetic with you and your situation with your moms, right? Your fight with your children, you know what I mean? The wife that you chose. You want people to understand, your pain. However, you refuse to reciprocate that same energy, right? And then you use this, the situation with his mom passing and things of that nature as a justification as to why you act the way that you do. And that's the part that bothers a lot of people. There is no self-accountability whatsoever, right? And how convenient he has an album out right now, Bully. He's already dropping visuals. He dropping everything on X. You know what I mean? He's taking a whole new fight against the streaming platforms who, still haven't found a way to compensate the artists. You know what I mean? Everyone is being paid except the artists. So Kanye, he's fighting so many fights. However, the same people he asks, right, for help, right, to stand with him, he'll turn around and lash out against. And that's the issue. This is why so many people immediately say the man needs help, right, and allude to him having mental issues, because what else could you suggest? You know what I mean? For the most part, he wonders why so many people, right, are so distant. And this is why. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. You had Ty Dolla $ign, do a project with him, 2 projects with him. Then Kanye makes these controversial statements. Listen, man, people have to fight for their careers and their brand. I get it. You want to be loyal. However, you got to take care of your family. And Kanye has gotten to a point where no one's safe. Literally, no one is safe. And hopefully, Kanye gets the help he needs. I'm not sure if Jay-Z and Beyonce will even acknowledge this publicly, but, it's obvious he wants to resolve the situation with his children. But again, all of these situations are a result of his own doing. You get what I mean? He's not helpless. And that's the unfortunate thing about this whole situation, because at the end of the day, he's one of the greatest artists we've ever seen in hip hop. You know, that's why we always talk about, you know, his first several albums, man. Very impactful. It's just when you hear the content, right, the substance in those albums, and you look at the man today, you're like, what the hell happened? Come on. But again, y'all let me know, man. What are your thoughts on Kanye refusing to apologize to Jay-Z and Beyonce after speaking on their children in a crazy Twitter rant earlier this week? Like I said, a lot of people are demanding an apology from Kanye, but as you can see, he's not doing it until Jay-Z and Beyonce can help him with his children. Okay, do you think that Jay-Z and Beyonce are obligated to help this man despite, you know, him and this post speaking on their children? Do you think Jay and Beyonce owe any type of loyalty? You know what I mean? Considering he done took it this far. You know, we understand Kanye doesn't need help, but damn, you don't got to speak on the children to get the attention of Jay-Z and Beyonce. I mean, he's gotten to the point where he done disrespect Kendrick. He disrespecting everybody. Okay, so again, let me know your thoughts on this controversy involving Kanye West down in the comment section below. But again, that's all I got for y'all today. My name is Sensei Rip. Till next time, peace. Salute world, I need y'all to do me a favor and check out my homie Grand Finale's latest video titled Less is More, okay, available on YouTube right now. I'm about to bless y'all with a teaser. If you like what you hear, make sure to hit the link in the description to subscribe to the homie's channel. Also leave a comment and tell him that Rip sent you, all right, y'all, peace.
You starstruck, you stuck when I leave you in awe. What you saw had you floored as you picked up your jaw. Can't ignore you were shook to the core. Couldn't endure what many claim this war wasn't witnessed before. Earthquakes and aftershocks and tectonic plates and magma rock.
Thank you for watching my video. If you like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also hit that notification bell to get the latest on hip hop, sports, comedy, whatever. All right, we got you covered over here at Forgotten Kings TV. And also, click on one of these videos, okay? All right, y'all.